folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII on the Mysterious JG. It seems like an odd place for us to start a video. Yeah, I've been... Again, I just get in this habit. I was off-screening, watching some fantasy-themed riff tracks, trying to wipe out some enemies, and I just kind of on a wild hair I went to... Well, first of all, you can see I wiped out Cyclops Omega in like a minute 34. I was thinking when I encountered it, I was like, I'll start recording. I was like, let me fight it, because the last Omega I fought took forever. Like, I won. I was never in any great danger. Oh, no, that's not true. I actually used a couple of Phoenix Downs, but... Yeah, this one I just wrecked this guy. So let's see what... I hope I got a gold drop. Yeah, Charge Strike, level 2, gold. There you go. Exterminated every Cyclops. We obtained Destroyer, and wouldn't you know it, immediately our freezing time abilities have stopped working. So I actually had a pretty eventful off-screening. I just got this wild hair and decided to warp to I knew that Luxarian had a couple of interesting enemies in the graveyard, namely these gaunt enemies, or these ghost-looking guys fly around, and they're kind of like a normal generic enemy, but also the Juggernaut bitch is there, aka the Juggernaut, which is the big robot guy, and I didn't realize this, but storm dragons appear there. So, oh, that reminds me, I actually do need to load a game here, because I did a quest thinking that the storm dragons might disappear forever and mess things up. I did that quest we've been putting off for a long time, where somebody says, hey, the storm dragon killed all my friends, please kill it. I actually did that because I went to the graveyard and started fighting enemies and realized I was powerful enough with the right setups and strategies to defeat all the enemies there, including the big ones that you kind of have to avoid when you're playing through, you know, chasing Noel in the main story. I'm not powerful enough to wipe the floor with them, although their Omega modes were rather challenging. But as a result, in the bestiary, and anybody if you really want to see one of these fights, let me know. We can do it at Vunavel's headquarters, but I just defeated Cyclops. And the key to this is that I had an item that like gives you like drastically decreased damage taken from magic, but it means you can't deal damage either, which I had equipped on our dress sphere that we were using for status ailments. Well, I switched it because there's another one that makes you not take damage from physical, and that's what you need for this guy. Stop taking damage from physical. Makes him a whole lot less dangerous. But also, finished off the last of the Gaunts. These guys really aren't that dangerous at this point in the game with all the special powers we have. And now I've taken out all the Zaltus enemies. They are the fiery dragons. I came here to fight them, and Cyclops has started appearing after they were gone. And this was an easy one because, like, they do physical and they do fire damage, so I just basically got a setup going where I was like, I could beat the regular versions of these in like 30 seconds by just spamming high-end ice stuff to stagger them, and then I had Frost Strike, which I picked up somewhere along the way. Once they're staggered, that finishes them off very quickly. But I also got the Zomox. This one, the Zomok Omega actually wiped me out twice. Or no, he didn't. He took forever for me to kill. Like a really long time for me to kill, because I didn't have the ability to damage him that much. But with Metagard and proper timing, I was safe from almost all of its attacks. And then the one that actually was probably the most interesting one was Dreadnought Omega. The thing about Dreadnought is it only has one attack that can hit at any kind of range. So you're really supposed to use magic against it, because you don't directly control your positioning in this game, but you kind of do, because when you do melee attacks, you get close, and when you do magic attacks, lightning starts gradually backing away. But the Omega version does have this attack, like a physical attack that hits at range, and it's really powerful, and it killed me twice. But I had exactly 2 Phoenix Downs amongst my stuff, and managed to finish it off. So I finished it off fairly quickly and got a good time. It was just, I got killed twice, whereas while fighting, like Zomok Omega, for example, I didn't really end up in as much trouble or needing as many items, but I did end up, it just took a long time. Now, as a result of this, well, 2 things have happened that you might be interested to see. I have switched, while messing around off screen, I realized Passion Rogue, which I've been using, it gives you status ailment resistance plus 33% and ATB recovery. It's baked in with D-Protect and D-Shell. But then I realized that we got something called Dangerous Blossom. I don't know what the deal is with this. She's supposed to be a thief because when we switch to it, she has dialogue about stealing treasure, but it has the exact same baked-in abilities. Status resistance, plus 33. So I equipped the same items that I had given to boost status, ailment, damage, and duration. But instead of having D-Protect and D-Shell, she comes stacked with D-Brave and D-Faith, which reduces the damage enemies deal. D-Brave reduces physical damage, D-Faith reduces magic damage. Because, as I found out while trying to set stuff up, I have found D-Brave, like D-Protect and D-Shell, plenty of them. And I even have a D-Faith up to level 3. I never found a D-Brave. I got D-Brave Ga, which is like, costs a lot more and casts D-Brave on the entire group of enemies, but most of the encounters we're having in this game, particularly boss-type encounters, where you really want to use D-Brave, are solo targets. Like, we don't have a lot of fights against big groups of enemies, and when you do, they can be dangerous, but it usually means their enemies are weak. So there's situations where you'd want to use D-Brave Ga, but not that many. And I never got D-Brave, just regular D-Brave. So I switched to this. We're currently using the thing that increases physical resistance, which is why we were able to easily beat up that Omega Cyclops off screen. But in the meantime, you can also do increase resistance. Like if I'm fighting an enemy that uses a particular type of element, and I've now got like all sorts of stuff from beating these Omega enemies. Here, I can switch to Pray to Hood's what I'm using most of the time. It means she's really strong against magic, because I've been finding big magic attacks for being a problem. But there's also could use this to this would actually be a good one to use when we're not fighting Omegas, because this means her actual status ailment stuff does better damage. Not only does it double the damage, but it isn't, unlike the things I've been using on this Garb, doesn't reduce strength and magic, so whatever. But I guess now we should take a look. We've got a new Woppet. So we've got Flesh Render, which does strength plus 900, magic plus 900, auto regen. And we've got Bone Cracker, strength plus 550, magic plus 550, D-Protect Chaser. But now we just picked up something new called Destroyer. This has strength plus 750, magic, not as much magic, 550, 550. This is 750, 520, but it has Hard Hitter too. Increase the chance of making an enemy recoil upon attacking. This one seems like it's an over. Like, this would be really good if I was focusing on physical damage. I might need to use something like this later. What about Would it be worth replacing this? No, it does less. Okay. And I don't want to replace... because this is the thing that's giving us increased damage and duration on status ailments, so I don't want to replace it. Anyway, alright. So... let's teleport back to the Wildlands Research Station. I can't even remember. Is this something I came across off screen? I think on screen we've seen this. But we will teleport there and go back to the main story. Because while I'm in town, while I'm here in Yuznan, I could do some Yuznan side quests, but I think what I'm going to do is... I know I keep going off on these off-screening journeys, fighting, just doing fighting and not doing story to try to wipe out Omega Monsters and get the rewards for that, but on screen, we could be doing side quests, but I think we'll concentrate on getting all the main quest stuff done, because we then have... just time to do side quests. And whatever side quests we want, we can do them at the end. So now I've used most of my points, but we'll gradually get them back, and we can continue with the main story for a spell. So I did, but you are going to wonder, well, why are we exiting? Maybe you're not wondering. As I mentioned, I did a side quest off screen because I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess it up by, what? I don't know when I got signed out, but not sure why this is happening, but no, I want to showcase a side quest that I did off screen, just because I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess anything up by hunting the enemy from that side quest to extinction. But I did remember which slot it was, so we'll load this. And I will be a little bit less powerful, having not... Actually, I won't be less... I'll only be less powerful to the extent that I don't have... the rewards for doing this quest that I'm about to do, because we haven't gotten better stats. This off-screening isn't increasing stats at all. It's giving us money, it's giving us items, and it's clearing out some high-end monsters so that the final dungeon will be a cakewalk, hopefully. But here's Salandra. Let's talk to her.
12 men died. There was so much bloodshed. I'll never forget that image.
Alright. You hit them from behind. Sometimes you get the full 25% reduction. Alright. Now the problem is I've actually forgotten. Do I want to... I think I want to stagger this guy with stuff and then use Frost Strike. Matter of fact, I think you want to overclock here. So yeah, we've been trying to take this guy out, but he's been way too powerful for us for a long time.
I'll bring back lost time.
Here's an interesting one. You have to wait until this is moved past you, and then you start hitting him while it's still going on. Didn't actually mean to do that, but whatever.
Lost time. Arrows of death.
See that wings of death unfurling? Yep.
Let's switch it up. I'll bring back lost time.
So can I just finish him off before he can do Heavenly Storm? That would be nice, yeah. There we go. Cursed Dragon Claw and Storm Dragon down. Storm Dragon down. Get some EMTs out here. I got Soul Seeds. I don't know why I'm bothering to pick them up because I'm going to be loading a game in a minute. But there we go. This was a quest that had seemed impossible when we first got it. And now we're going to sneak up behind this lady and scare her. Woo! We'll hand over the Cursed Dragon Claw.
But how?
What the
How
fuck?
did you defeat that thing alone?
Well,
Really
it wasn't
awesome.
an easy battle.
You don't have to tell me twice. Here, you should have this.
And she kicks you in the
It
balls.
belonged to the fallen men. Because of your
Fallen
actions,
angel.
they're resting peacefully, knowing
Fallen
that that's what they
angel.
made.
Fallen Angel, let's go, AJ. Well, 6,000 gil.
What a coward I am. One failure and I turned tail and fled.
Sure did.
In my mind, the beast had become chaos itself.
It was.
Then you dispatched it alone. How powerful could it have been, really? To be slain by just one man.
I'm not a man.
Damn it, you inspire me.
Not to be reckless, I hope.
Not to be a man,
Never.
I hope.
Caution is my middle name, after all. But we bounty hunters, we like to live on the edge.
Believing on the edge.
Danger. That's what it's all about. Can't live without
Just
it.
doing it
like
for the
you
kicks.
Can't live without air.
Snow thrills. Quest complete. Savior's reward. We got no gil, except that we got 6,000 gil. We got the Pendragon shield and the Brigand's tricorn, which is a hat, I guess, that she's wearing. And then, well above average rewards because of the 3-star quest here. And if we talk to her again, side quest information has been updated.
Hey, the hero's back.
And you're gonna be in trouble.
Do you know a boy named Talbot? He says his brother's a bounty hunter. Thought you might know him.
I'm glad Lightning remembers this side quest because I've long since forgotten.
About having a younger brother. I don't recall his name though.
Wait, one of the guys
My
you fought?
advice
Or?
to you, don't get too involved in this. I sense this is gonna end in tears.
My advice to you: never talk to
Anyone ever tell
people.
you you're handy with the sword? I wager you'd make a fine seed hunter.
Yeah,
Talk to Baird.
I'd love to go murder Squall and his friends. All right, let's exit the game. So you guys saw that. That happened off screen. Now it has happened on screen as well. We will go back now to the main story. A little bit more powerful as far as stats go, with a lot more exciting items at our disposal, and a bit more money as well. By the way, the I guess it was a shield that she gave us. It is not, its stats didn't really blow me away, so I'm not using it. It was, I mean, it's a decent shield, but it's not. I didn't like it better than any of the ones we're already using. The one we're using on the status ailment class improves status ailments somehow, I think. And the shields that come default with the you have save data from Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13-2. Those shields give you ATB boosts, which I like a lot.
The chocobo back to health.
He will become your steed.
You can explore the wildlands together.
Alright, so anyway, you come to this place. I honestly don't remember if I found this for the first time on screen or not, but you did see I got stuck in a chasm, chased around, beaten up by flans, whatever. But in fact, if we come up here now, if you go just past it a bit, you get the research camp, which is kind of like the last. This place has a lot of little settlements, tiny little villages and whatnot. But this is the main settlement zone, or the last little settlement zone to unlock. And if we come here, we can meet people and do shit and whatever. Sorcery shop.
Interested in some synthesis? I can help.
Mm-hmm. Actually, am. So I did some a lot of synthesis actually off screen. But there's more that we can do now because I found more stuff. So first of all, let's organize stuff. I Got level 3 punt, which is kind of fun. I might have to use that on screen. She turns into a breakdancing fiend. Now we got Charge Strike level 1. I've got a Charge Strike level 2. I can boost this Charge Strike up and have more than one Charge Strike level 2, I suppose. But I haven't actually used that yet, and I'm not sure that I'm about to start. Area Sweep is a weird one. It extends stagger time. And I got Flame Strike, which I don't think I'd had that before, and that came from fighting those fiery dragon guys. So for a long time I had Spark Strike and Gale Strike, and I even picked up some Frost Strike and was never getting Flame Strike, but now we got Flame Strike. As you can see, typically they were dropping level 1 Flame Strikes, and only occasionally, or rather only once, did I get one with special golden power. So I have to think about whether I want to combine a few of these together just to get some to feed to this. Got a couple level 1 Frost Strikes and a level 2 Frost Strike, which is actually equipped. Some level 2 fires. Why could... Oh, these are fire. I was trying to figure out what's going on with this. These are Fyra. Okay, so this is magic plus 40, magic plus 40, magic plus 40, magic plus 40. So they are all identical. Okay. Feed a few non-special golden power Fyras. Because again, fire, like those fire dragons were dropping a lot of neat fire-themed magic. And I just didn't have that before, and suddenly I've got a couple of them. Of course, now that those enemies are gone, I'm probably not going to get very many more. But I got a couple of Fyras ready to level up. Got a Blizzard that leveled up. I never got a gold arrow out of those guys. Rather, I think I got one that has already been boosted to level 2. These are all the same. I wonder if it's worth... Would that be enough to get it up to level 3? I'm not sure. I don't know if it would matter. Aurora. Got lots of Aurora level 2s. I can never see how you'd want more than 3 of any spell, because once you've got it up to level 3, or once you've got 3 of them, you can equip one on all 3 of your active dress spheres, and that's as much as you'd ever need to use anything, I guess. Get another Firestorm. Sure, I could always have 2 Firestorm level 2s, I suppose. I kept hoping to get a golden ice spark, and I never did. And magnet, which I don't... It pulls enemies towards you. Doesn't really do a lot of damage. That's not the point. It's a weird one. And once I get into these, it's like... It's not a whole lot of point in... It's mostly the magic and attack categories that you hear about here. Do we want to level boost anything while I'm in here? Get another Charge Strike level 2. I'm running short of Silver Malistones, though. Got lots of bronze milestones. There's no reason to be stingy with them. Yeah, this is... I've already got... I think I'll have to be careful with the silver milestones. So after all that, I didn't really end up doing very much boosting anything up.
Well, see you soon.
Will, okay.
You won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Well, but there's stuff we haven't bought already. And we've got more money than we've ever had before, because I've done even more off-screen to murder things. Well-balanced sword that raises magic and strength. This isn't too bad. I'm going to hold off until I start seeing, like... I feel like if we start seeing, like, level 3 stuff, maybe I'll actually buy it, because I think level 4 and 5 are only available on higher difficulties. Your ATB speed plus... Oh, here we go. This is actually a good one, though. What did it say? Because it gives you a rapier designed for swift thrusting attacks. It hastens the recovery of ATB. Yeah, this is actually potentially a really interesting one. But it just does so much less damage than anything else I've got. Because I've gotten really good weapons by killing some of the Omega monsters, which I'm unlikely to replace. Here we got precise HP restore plus 1%. So 1% HP when you attack with perfect timing. I don't even know what that would mean. And it doesn't have good stagger power. ATB speed plus 20. Hastens the recovery of ATB. This might be worth... Okay, 1500 HP, 25 speed, guard defense 0, guard efficiency 14. Hold on.
Come again.
So Goddess's Grace is HP 0, ATB 0, guard defense. It boosts strength and magic, which is kind of nice. But it's not boosting it by all that much. And this is ATB speed plus 15. This is ATB speed plus 10, guard defense 160. Oh, never mind. This isn't actually doing anything related to... Might regret this later, but I think maybe that's a better shield. And I should get it for all of my costumes. Or dress spheres, or garment grids, or whatever the fuck they are. Schemas. Schematas.
You won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
She might be right. We actually are gonna get something out of this. This is the Illnoma De La Rosa, a light shield of grace and beauty that hastens recovery of ATB. And I'll be kicking myself if we get a better version of this later, and I feel like I wasted a bunch of money, but what'll be happening here, because we will, I wonder if I can change the color to match her arm. Well, actually, it kind of matches a bit. It matches the, whatever you want to call the thing around, that wraps around her arms. This takes down guard defense, but it increases hit points and ATB speed. I think it is better. This is better in every way. Because the thing that that was doing was not the thing that it had going for it was boosting max HP, and this boosts it by more. Guard defense 160. Thing about the Infidel is it's the best. It's the best ATB plus 10, ATB plus 25. Maybe we want to keep this, because this is. Maybe we'll keep this because this is the one I go with when I'm defending. So it is good to have. I'm not going to go back and like load. I'll hold on to the. You know what? I might actually. I'm such a cheeser. Okay. Well, I think it's the end of the video anyway. So this whole video has just been me showing you off screening. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go load my state and buy 2 of those shields instead of 3. And when we come back next time, we will be actually doing fresh gameplay. See you then.